and he has embraced them. So has the state of Israel, and is committed to returning all of them home, every single one of them. The fight against Hamas is just one of 7 fronts Israel has fought fiercely and relentlessly on. The prime minister says the people of Israel and its heroic soldiers got us to the point where we are now, rising like lions and holding back the forces of destruction in radical Islam. Prime Minister Netanyahu said our heroic soldiers and commanders operated in complex, dense, and dangerous arenas, fighting above and below ground, accomplishing incredible achievements. One of those achievements marks its 1 year today, the elimination of October 7th mastermind Yahya Sinwar, who instructed his terrorists to murder Israelis in cold blood, rape, burn people alive, and kidnapped our loved ones. Sinwar was killed in Rafah by our brave soldiers of the IDF, calling it the beginning of the end. 1 year ago, the prime minister said the axis of terror that was built by Iran was collapsing before our eyes. Here we stand today with significant blows to the Iranian regime. Its terror proxies are weakened as Israel continues to bring all of our people home. I'll take a few questions right now. First question from Alexander Cornwell at Reuters. Does the Israeli government remain committed to the ceasefire inside of the Gaza Strip? Israel is continuing to fulfill its side of this agreement. It has taken all steps necessary to get us to the point that we are at right now. And the point that we are at right now is making sure that Hamas fulfills their side. We are still waiting for 19 hostages. The bodies of our people are still inside the Gaza Strip. Can you imagine that a group of people are holding bodies inside of the Gaza Strip? We are waiting for them to be returned as soon as possible as part of the agreement. This was all agreed on. Let's remember that. And for our families here in Israel to provide their loved ones with the proper burials that they deserve. This is Or Shaked from Israel Hayom. How does Israel make sure that equipment provided for the excavation of bodies is not used to rebuild terror tunnels? I don't have any comment on that at this point in time. Lazar Berman, The Times of Israel. Does Israel believe that Hamas currently has access to more slain hostages that is not returned? If so, how many? Like I said before, 19 hostages. All of those hostages were taken by Hamas on October 7th. All of them. They were alive the morning of October 7th, okay? They were alive. They were taken into the Gaza Strip. They were either murdered on October 7th or they were murdered in captivity. So to fulfill this part of the agreement, Hamas needs to return our hostages, okay? They were in the hands of Hamas. Just going through the rest of these questions. This is from Melody Liedman. How many trucks entered the Gaza Strip yesterday? In terms of what I can provide you on the humanitarian aid specifically, of course, we are committed to this agreement. We have been following everything that we have agreed to. We're waiting for Hamas to do the same. Aid continues to enter the Gaza Strip as usual, and as part of the agreement, the Rafah crossing will be open in the future. We are in close contact with our partners and have done our part of this agreement, like I continue to reiterate. Now, we're calling on Hamas to do everything on their side to uphold this agreement as well. The humanitarian aid continues to go through, specifically in the Kerem Shalom crossing. This is from Dan Williams. I'm not sure what the outlet is. Is Israel willing to admit the experts on offer from Turkey to search for hostage bodies in Gaza? I don't have any information on that at this point in time. He also asked a question about the volume of aid entering Gaza. There are hundreds of trucks entering the Gaza Strip every single day. Like I said before, this is our job. We have committed to doing this, and we will continue to do so. This is from Miguel Flores. La Vanguardia, have you set any deadline before the IDF resumes its operations? Currently, there's a ceasefire. At this point in time, our troops are at the yellow line. This is from Ahmed Majdi from Japanese TV. Will Israel continue the war if Hamas does not return the bodies of the hostages? We are at this point in time where we are waiting to receive our hostages. That's all the information I'll say at this point in time. 19 bodies are still in Gaza. We need to get them back, and that is a requirement that is made under this agreement. We have 20 living hostages who are now rehabilitating mentally and physically. They went through absolute hell inside of Gaza, held by terror organizations. Can you imagine what they have to deal with at this point in time? Just to give you some context of what we're dealing with here in Israel. Just continuing to look through these questions. From Melanie again, I have many more questions. Can you please provide an answer? She is asking about the humanitarian aid, which I just answered. And then in terms of, let's see, Lazar Berman, Times of Israel, is asking another question specifically about the international journalists going into the Gaza Strip. I provided an answer on this yesterday. We have allowed hundreds of journalists to enter the Gaza Strip, including our office. The Prime Minister's office has facilitated these visits for reporters and journalists to go inside of the Gaza Strip to get a firsthand view of what is happening. If you have any more questions, you should contact the IDF directly. Thanks so much for your time.